Peter McKinnon used to work at State Farm making minimum wage as a customer service rep.
New job. Like, what do I do?
Peter from State Farm. I can't imagine having
State
a
Farm Auto
conversation.
Claims, Peter speaking. How may I help you?
But today he's making $1,975,708 a year doing what he loves on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 revenue streams that Peter is using to make his money from. Quick disclaimer before we jump into the juicy stuff, I want to remind you that these numbers are just an estimate of how much Peter McKinnon might be making from his channel based on public information available to our team. The goal of the video though is not to guess how much Peter is making or not, but to show you what the business model of a channel like his looks like and inspire yourself to start your own business on YouTube. With that being said, let's dive in. So how is Peter McKinnon making his millions? Number 1, from AdSense. So how many views does he get on YouTube? If you head over to socialblade.com, it's free to look up everyone's stats. And in the last 30 days, it looks like Peter's gotten about 7.8 million views. One thing I got to caveat though is about only 70% of these views are going to be monetized because of ad blockers. Not, you guys don't do that stuff. International things, whatever it is. So let's do the math. Based on this, 70% of views get monetized. So about 5.4 million views. So what is Peter McKinnon's CPM? So a CPM is how much you get paid for every 1,000 views. It's hard to say what his exact number is, but the average YouTube CPM in the United States is $7. So if we take the amount of views that are monetizable, we divide it by the 1,000 views, and we times it by 7 buckaroos. Damn, Peter! Peter, it looks like he's making around $38,000 a month from that, times that by 12, that is around $459,000 a year just from YouTube ads. Pretty damn great, just from turning on YouTube ads on his channel. Next up, merchandise partnerships. So merch partnerships are a smart move for creators who have a huge audience because it allows them to create quality products without having to worry about actually running a business. And so in the last couple of months, Peter has partnered with 2 product companies to create a special Peter McKinnon line. One of them is Nomadic, so I actually use Nomadic. Hey Nomadic, that's my wallet. Come sponsor your boy. Peter actually has a Nomadic backpack product line. That's pretty cool. When you grow up and like, I love my own backpack line. What would you want? And it looks like when they launched this on Kickstarter, they raised over $2.2 million, just to give you an idea of the demand. That is a lot of money and a lot of backpacks. He's also done some of these other partnerships, like Polar Pro Filters is the Peter McKinnon edition. I have no idea what these do, but I'm sure it's really cool for photographers. And even Peter has his own line of coffee. It's the Golden Hour Blend, Peter McKinnon edition. Let's guesstimate the revenue from his merch sales. So let's assume that 1 in 10,000 people a year who subscribe to his channel buy at least one of his higher priced items around $250. We're gonna assume he gets a 20% cut, since the company that runs these different products has to make a profit after all their costs. So let's do the math and actually see what this looks like. So we know he gets around 5,200,000 who subscribe to his channel, 1 in 10,000 buyers. Each product is $250, and then he gets his 20% cut. So he's making around $260,000 a year from these merchandise partnership revenue sales. Do you realize, by the way, that the next MTV, the next HGTV, the next LeBron James, the next sneaker company, the next Nike will be a YouTuber? So why not you? If you are liking this video so far, I'd love to send you more videos, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Plus, I do exclusive office hours for subscribers and giveaways like my Tesla. So next up is a brand deal. So a brand deal is when you partner with a company to feature them in your video. This is how creators outside of YouTube ads make a lot of money. So there's 2 types of brand deals that people are doing. One is a sponsorship mention. So when you make a regularly scheduled content, but you include a quick shout out to that brand, it's generally about 30 to 60 seconds thanking them and pitching their product. Hey Waterloo, I drink a lot of this, thank you very much. That's an example of it. They didn't pay, but they're more than welcome to send me some money. Next up is a full integration. So when you're making a custom video around your sponsor's product. So let's look at 2 examples that Peter did. Oh, this is good. He is good. That boy good. Oh, I could do it too.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform where you should have a website because you can make a website from them with their platform about anything at all. You can have a web store, you can have a blog, you can have a portfolio, you can put your photos online so clients can see them. It's 2020, you should probably have a website as it is. They have award-winning customers.
All right, so that is a sponsorship mention for you to check out. And now let's check out a full integration that he did with DJI. Yes, DJI, the huge drone company. If you could only see the hips. Hips don't lie. The beat drops. Boom. Dude, I'm sweating. This is good. Estimating Peter's revenue from these brand deals, we estimate that Peter's getting paid around 10,000 buckaroos for sponsorship mentions and 20,000 bucks for full integrations. On average, it looks like Peter's doing around 5 sponsored videos a month and 1 full integration a month. Some of his sponsors include giant companies like Samsung, Oura-Ring, shout out Oura-Ring, love you guys, and Squarespace. He also does full integrations with companies like DJI Drone and Canon, really cool companies. Let's do the math. He does around 5 sponsored mentions a month at $10,000. That's $50,000 a month from sponsored mentions. 1 full integration a month at $20,000. It's around $20,000 a month from sponsored mentions. The math is good. Total monthly revenue is around $70,000 a month, with for a yearly revenue, you wanna do the math? $840,000 from these types of brand deals. Hello? This is Peter McKinnon. Yeah, I no longer work at State Farm. I'm rich AF now. Peace! Next up is Amazon affiliate. Shout out Bezos. In every one of Peter's videos, he has a long list of all the camera equipment in his description below. So if we scroll down on one of his videos, we can actually see all the different items. And one thing to think about, the commissions are small and generally only getting between 3 and 5%, but a lot of camera gear is really, really expensive. And so let's check out a few of them. And so this drone, $1,500 drone, $700 drone. I mean, camera gear, super expensive. And what's really interesting is that anything that people buy, he gets a cut of. And it's smart since a lot of his viewers are aspiring photographers and filmmakers, just like me. And they look up to him for recommendations, so I want to use the same gear and I go buy that gear. And he has this in a lot of his videos. Most times Amazon pays around 5% in affiliate commissions for each purchase using his link. So we can try to check out how much money we think he's making from these purchases. And so we're gonna assume 0.1% actually buy something at $1,000. So out of the 5,200,000 who subscribe to his channel and he gets his 5% commission, he's probably making somewhere on the range around $260,000 a year from Amazon affiliate. Can you stretch your little finger for me and hit that like button if you've gotten one thing out of this video that inspired you so far? Number 5 is digital asset sales plus some bonuses. I love this category. So Peter sells a lot of digital assets on a platform called Selfie. There's also platforms called Gumroad.com as well as an AppSumo.com marketplace where they have customers and they help you sell your digital products. And so I think this is one of the best things that he's selling because he gets all the margin, he has total control of the business, and he's got no inventory. It sells literally around the clock. So I'm really curious if he's gonna expand this out in the upcoming year. It looks like most of the items he sells range from about $15 to $30. They're things like Lightroom, I don't know what that is, motion graphic title pack, no clue what that is. But for you photo people out there, I'm sure you guys love this stuff. We're gonna assume, again, a lot of kind of consistency across the channels of what we think people are buying. About 1 in 1,000 buy it. He sells them, give or take, around $30. So out of the 5,200,000 who subscribe to his channel, about 1 in 1,000 buy it at $30. We're thinking around $150,000 a year directly from these types of sales. Plus, he keeps all the margin and he doesn't have to pay a lot of inventory on any of this. Can you adopt me? Just be my stepfather? I'd love to hang out with you, man. Let's add up all the numbers that Peter is doing right here. It looks like his AdSense is around $450,000 a year. Merchandising partners around $260,000. Brand deals are around $840,000. His affiliate stuff is around $260,000. And digital asset sales looks to be around over $150,000. Adding it up for a yearly revenue of $1,975,708 a year doing what he loves on YouTube. There's some business principles to learn from Peter McKinnon, plus some opportunities I think Peter's missing out on I wanted to share with you guys. So number 1, diversify your income streams. Peter has 5 different ways he's making money. So if his ad revenue goes down, he's got his partnerships, he's got his merch, he's got his digital asset sales. Really interesting that he does that. Second up is find business partners so you can focus on what you're best at. Peter is an amazing photographer and videographer. I hope, and I'm assuming he has a business manager and a team that supports him to deal with all the other aspects that he doesn't want to do, as well as doing partnerships, like he partnered with Nomadic to care of his product creation so he can focus on the promotion and creating amazing content. And last up is secure long-term partnerships of recurring revenue. Really impressive that Peter has relationships with Squarespace and Epidemic Sounds. And so instead of every month he's looking for someone new to sponsor him, he's like, nah, I got this covered for years to come. So think about that as you're a creator and working with different partners out there. A few quick business opportunities for Peter McKinnon if you're watching this video that you should go do, I'd recommend for you. Number 1, I'd love to see you do even higher end branded items like your Peter McKinnon Canon camera. I think that'd be really cool, higher than a backpack. Next up is to do an online school. You could do a course on Udemy or Skillshare or Thinkific, but I think it'd be awesome. You create your own custom school that people either online events or offline to become better photographers. I think there's a really interesting opportunity because where would you go for you if you want to learn better photography? I don't know. Next up is participate in masterclass.com to increase your brand and your exposure. So there's like super celebrities on that channel to teach people very specific things. I think for photography, it would really help position you in a really great place. Plus they have a huge audience, so I would check that out for yourself. And lastly, this was honestly the most shocking one. I really want you to add email marketing to your repertoire. You don't even collect it. If you go to actually petermckinnon.com, it's like go to YouTube, go to Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. This is deadly, man. I am worried for you because if YouTube ever changes anything, you are gonna get screwed because you have no way to actually communicate with your audience. Or if you have a new digital asset, or if you actually have a new product, that's an instant way that you can be communicating with your audiences whenever you want. I wanna hear from you, man. I recommend using sendfox.com. It's free and it's built for creators like Peter and you and me. If you've liked this video and you wanna watch me break down how Mr. Beast makes over $97 million a year from YouTube. Check out this video right here. You're gonna love it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Ding. I'm gonna see you out there, and I do love you. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. All right, that's pretty damn good.